Mic check. Mic check, 1, 2. What's up, beautiful people? BTC Backpacker here again, dropping another one with you wonderful people. It is getting hot, and as you can see, still rocking the sweater. Hair's getting a little long. Look, it's starting to flare out on the sides here. I don't know if I want to cut it or if I want to let it grow out, but we'll figure it out. We'll see. Once it starts annoying me, then maybe I'll cut it. But it's been a little bit. We've been busy, but it's very productive. So I want to get into the 5 F's, a foundation for the future. The 5 F's, a foundation for the future. Now, these are my 5 F's. You can have your 5 Y's, 5 P's, 5 A's, whatever you want to do in structure. But I like the 5 F's. Something I've been giving a lot of thinking about. And this is something that can be structured in any way. It's not this is the way it has to be. But I like to frame it as in pillars. The pillars of life, pillars of society, pillars of within yourself, pillars within Bitcoin. So my number 1 is going to be food, because that's the biological anchor, guys. We know this. Okay, food. We are what we eat. Nutrition is the most immediate lever, right, in quality of life. What we put into our body, fasting, healthy, quality, good foods. Even if you only eat 1 meal a day, make that the best meal to eat, right? So beyond mere survival, relationship with food, sourcing, preparing it, and sharing it, it mitigates avoidable suffering, right? And it fosters emotional well-being. That's powerful. Food is Bitcoin. Healthy, good, nutritious food is Bitcoin. Your body is a temple, and you should treat it as so. Bitcoin is nothing unless you have your health. Your relationships are nothing unless you have your health. Life is nothing unless you have your health. Okay? Your health is everything. And it all starts with you, and it all starts with nutrition. Put the best in your body. Okay? Now, to piggyback off of nutrition, what we hear all the time, number 2. Guys, number 2. Fitness. The physical vessel. Yep, that's right. Treadmills, long walks, however you want to do it. Stay active, stay busy. See, a body that is lovingly challenged becomes a source of agency, to put it in a perspective, right? So by setting and meeting physical goals that you set and put forward, goals that maybe a trainer is helping you with, not just physical goals, mental goals, goals in all aspects, okay? You prove your own efficiency to yourself, okay? That's powerful, because that's success, that's growth, right? Movement is a primary source of meaning, and it's a hedge against stagnation, guys, okay? When you stop moving, you die. When you stop walking, you die. It's important to stay active, stay moving. Your body's a vessel. Keep it maintained. Change the oil. Put good nutrients in it. Okay? So that's an important pillar. That's pillar 2, right? So now, pillar number 3 is a big one, and we can all relate to. Pillar number 3 is family and friends. I like to call it the social fabric. Okay? Investing energy into family or deep friendships, it creates a reciprocal loop of like service and support, right? It's a mesh network. And we can relate to that with Bitcoin, right? It's a network, all these nodes and protocols, and right, it's just kind of this big web. And that's the same thing with that. So, whether providing care or receiving it, or, this bond's the anchor to something larger than just yourself, right? the social aspect of society, the social aspect of your life, the social aspect within Bitcoin, right? We're social creatures. We are very social, and we all want love. We all want to give love. We all want companionship. And we all do it in our own way. So, that's very powerful. So, number 4 is really kind of just, it's focus. It's the intellectual playground, focusing, to focus on something, to set your mind on something, right? It's like, it's a pursuit chosen strictly for its own sake, right? That's purpose, not for profit, right? Not for profit or hell, even utility. Whether it's like gardening, music, or a spiritual practice, playing instruments, educating yourself on Bitcoin, being an educator, being an individual who can speak in front of mass crowds, okay? That's all focus, right? So it's, I like to call it like the flow state. It's necessary for like mental, like resilience. So, we don't talk enough about focus because, we have such short, like we do YouTube shorts, and, we have such short time preference when it comes to like putting our attention on something. Like, I have 50 videos on YouTube I need to watch in a day. Like, why don't you just like watch like a handful of them and really let them digest? So number 5 is like freedom. Freedom, the sovereign rapper. This is an important one. So like, for these pillars, freedom represents the intentional effort to like decouple from like fragile systems, right? And we can relate that into life, like personal doings within our life, and also relate that to Bitcoin and decoupling from like the monetary system, right? Okay, so it's the pursuit of like self-reliance. It's a debt-free living, the ownership of your own time, which we know time is the most valuable thing, right? And by reducing your dependency on like external permission-based structures, it's so powerful when you think about that. You protect the other 4 F's from being disrupted by a collapsing work environment. So without the freedom pillar, you don't get to have the other ones. So the freedom pillar is like the walls that protect those other ones. So freedom and sovereignty, right? And we talk about this all the time. So, those are the 5 F's. Those are my 5 F's. You might have your own 5 F's. You might restructure this accordingly based on your own life, but these are my 5 F's, my 5 pillars, and they're kind of open and broad, but you can really elaborate really deep on each individual one. So I guess like the question is, what does this have to do with Bitcoin, right? So what does these 5, this isn't for everyone, but it absolutely can be. Restructuring your overall lifestyle and your values is something that isn't just like something you can't do. You can do this multiple times throughout your life. Hell, you can do it multiple times throughout the year as you see growth within yourself. So I think that's really important to set up your pillars, and your pillars can be whatever you want to be, but it's a structure-based system, and I think that we can all take something from this and roll this into our life. So, the bottom line essentially is like, while the first 4 F's build your like internal and like social world, right? The 5th F, the freedom, builds the wall around them, like we stated. And I think that's really important to understand, like, because it ensures that your food, fitness, family, and focus are yours to keep. Those are yours, and that's powerful. So regardless of how the world like shifts in the coming years with current events and short, medium, and long-term events and things that we don't know, like what's going to happen, you still have your pillars to rely on. And it's just a great framework and a great way to help you like do self-reflection and to really just find balance within your life with these pillars, because each pillar needs to be equally strong. It needs to be equally important, so it's kind of almost like a checks and balance, right? Where you can't just focus on one and not focus on the other. Like, I can't just focus on like nutrition, but not focus on like fitness. It doesn't work that way. Like they both work in tandem, right? So just as an example, because that's something I think we can all kind of understand and relate to, right? Because we're all trying to, be the best versions of us. So I guess if there's one thing I ask, of you is to build your own pillars, okay, please. I call them the pillars of life. It's what's important to you, what drives you, what gives you the energy to do great things. Okay, so I want you to build your pillars. I want you to jot down on a piece of paper, like, what are your pillars look like? What are your pillars going to be? And if you'd like, I'd be more, it's fantastic if you want to share it in the comments. And if it's something you want to keep to yourself, then that's fine too. I respect that, because that's a personal thing. But anyways, guys, like, share the channel if you like it. Like, comment, subscribe down below. It really helps out a lot. Sharing, liking, commenting. If you have any questions for me, throw them down below. You guys can follow me on Nasser at BTCFannypacker. I'll put that link in my description. And then, as well as these other guys, Jerry from Jerry Loves Freedom, and Trent, the Bitcoin technician. Two guys that I really look up to, and they do great work. And if you want to get all three of us, you can come join us for the Truth to Work podcast. Every Sunday, we talk Bitcoin, current events. We just vibe. We talk about anything and everything. It's really kind of a chill lounge style setup. If you have questions and you're in the live, you want to ask us questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them. And we really just like to go with the flow, because it's a Sunday. We're recapping on the week, but we're also getting ready and mentally prepared for the week to come. So it's really kind of that pivot, that transition point. And so we really enjoy doing what we do. We're really hoping to get more traction on there. We've gotten a lot of support from all you guys, and we really, really appreciate that. And we just have a good time, man. We let our hair down. We just talk our stuff. We might get carried away sometimes, but we just go with the flow. So anyways, guys, BTC Backpacker here. I appreciate all the love and support from you guys. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.